they're gonna do what they want to do.
Was it always football for you? Was that always the sport you were in and interested in?
I was good at basketball too. I had a couple small offers in high school, but I was mainly focused on football. Yeah.
I'm a big UFC fan, so I like honestly the bad press that the NFL gets with the CTE and stuff because I feel like it's going to push some of those super athletes into my sport of choice.
Yeah.
And as baseball numbers, they're kind of going down.
to avoid CTE.
Hey,
Go into
yeah.
MMA.
if you're the guy who's delivering those blows, then maybe so. I'm sure. You're probably gonna get a little CTE. I mean, you're in the head for a little.
What's a little CTE?
A little. But all right. So think about it. You play a full football season. I know they don't hit as hard in practice anymore. They don't do really full contact practice anymore. But like every Sunday for a couple of months straight, with 1 week off, you're going out there getting pounded every single Sunday or Monday, however the schedule works out. But in the UFC, twice a year you go in there and face off against some killer. It seems like a better idea.
Yeah, you take your CT in smaller dosages and until you're satisfied.
Also, you get to recover from it.
I mean, you can't get rid of all CTE threat, or you get rid of all the fun sports.
That's true.
What can you play where you're not going to get basketball and baseball?
Swimming.
Is that it?
I think basketball is actually on the rise because I think what's changed this is social media. So if you look at social media followings from each sport, it's like by far basketball has the larger numbers. And then you look at anomalies like in soccer, it's like Ronaldo and Messi, guys like that. But it's basketball because of the visibility. And that visibility is attracting the younger audience than football was like when we were growing up. When I was growing up, like football was the sport. And it still is like numbers wise, but I think you're starting to see this shift because of the visibility and the brand power that I feel like they're absolutely capitalizing on with their social media platforms.
I'm not a basketball guy, but the basketball fans are the most fun. Like if you go to the NBA subreddit, they're always like, they've got these backgrounds and these stories and they're posting the clips like live as they happen. There was a fight recently. It was right there. They're all laying out, who's right and who's wrong. Even as a guy who barely follows it, the social media helps you follow the NBA.
100%.
They do a good job.
It boils down to like 3 teams every year, though, right? Like,
not a lot of parity. Yeah.
They said that, but it doesn't seem to be working out. Like at the beginning of the season,
I haven't watched a single game. Don't know anything about the standings, but I bet the Cavs, the Heat, and the Golden State Warriors are all up there at the top of their divisions.
You'd be wrong.
Yeah, no, that's what they said.
All right.
At the start of the reason. I think it was Barkley who was like, the hardest part of my job is pretending that someone other than the Cavs and the Warriors have a shot. And it's the Celtics, and I think the Warriors are still on top.
It is a player-driven league for sure. But I think that's what helps it, and that's what brings people to it. I don't think people necessarily. Well, I guess they do. I just rebutted my own self in my head. That was odd.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I don't think people watch it because they want to see a good game. They just want to see their favorite player. But I guess that is the driving force in sports.
Come on. All right, look. Warriors are number one. Warriors are number one in the West.
But the Heat are not.
Cavs are number 3. Heat number 4 in the East.
But nobody. Okay, so when you look at like the powerhouse, like the Heat are not like a contender, right? They're just the East is a weak division. Like I don't know how you know much about basketball, but East period is just a weak division. So like the only contenders really in the East are the Cavs and the Celtics. Like other than that, you're not gonna get much blowback from that division. It's the West. The West is top heavy, and the East is not.
Well, it's a very like superstar driven sport.
Yeah.
And so like unlike hockey or football to a lesser extent, if you have LeBron James on your team, he can make a lot of subpar players look fantastic just by how much of a dominant athlete he is. Whereas in the sport like football, hockey, baseball, you can't really lean that much on one dude.
That's why I like UFC so much, because it is just one dude. It's just one motherfucker that goes out there, and it's all on his shoulders and on his brain floating around a millimeter of liquid. I don't know if you follow it or not, but like they're talking about maybe stripping Conor McGregor of his lightweight title. I don't think they will. That's bad for business. He said he wants to fight in August. They're going to wait. But what they are doing is having Khabib and Tony Ferguson fight for the interim belt at the next UFC event in New York.
That's just rumor, though, right? Is it confirmed?
Because as confirmed as it gets. Let me.
Without being confirmed, yeah. Because Khabib said that he wouldn't fight for the title unless it was. I'm sorry, he wouldn't fight unless it was for the title. He's like, I'm not going to go in there and fight for some interim bullshit. So the plan would be, it's official that they're fighting.
Yeah.
But do we know if? Yeah, we don't know what title it's for.
They said interim.
Why are they stripping Conor McGregor of his title?
He hasn't fought since 2016. He's healthy and he's not fighting.
He's got $100 million bag. That's why.
Yeah, he'll run through that though.
He got the fuck you money.
He's not as rich as we. Okay, all right. So I got a thing about McGregor, right? First of all, he got a $100 million payday. That's the rumor, and you'd think that would be so rich you couldn't run out of money. But chop it in half because there's agents and taxes and all that stuff, and now he's down to 40 or 50.
Yeah, I would say he cleared about 40, 45.
Okay, yeah. So 40 million. This is a guy who's supposedly buying expensive cars, tossing money like there's no limit to it. If you live the Conor McGregor lifestyle, you can run through 40 million. Lots of people have done it before him. Allen Iverson did it. And yeah.
I feel like you've got to just be a special kind of irresponsible, though.
When Allen Iverson sold his house to a teammate, and at the time Timberlands were in style, the boots, and he had a closet full of.
They would never go out of style, especially in the East Coast, man.
Okay. I'm old. I don't know style anymore. But anyway.
I got you, bro.
Thanks, man. His closet was full of them. He had 25 pairs of Timberlands in there, most of them never worn. And when he packed up to move, he didn't bother. He just left them there behind.
I mean, it's like $2,500. Come on.
Yeah. But the $2,500 at a time, you will spend it.
That's like me not picking up a quarter, though. Like,
I hear what you're saying.
Where Conor gets like expensive is when he's the private jet bullshit. If you're dropping $100,000 a weekend just on transportation, that's the shit that gets out of hand real quickly. If he's renting some villa that's like $30,000 a week or something, flying all his friends in, first class, business class, whatever, that kind of shit gets expensive. But like, all right, so he made that 45 mil from the Mayweather fight, but it's not like that's the first time he ever made any money, you know. And it's not even counting the money he made from the promotion cut that he got from it, right? That's what he got to go in there and do the fighting. He got a promoter's cut as well, and you know he's had a whole career in the UFC, and he's got like that Budweiser money. The Reebok money, all that shit. Like I see him in those Budweiser commercials where it's just him. It's just him walking down the street, like doing voiceover with fucking, listening to his tunes. And then he's got 2 or 3 deals like that. I saw him doing a potato chip ad, like King's potato chips. Yeah, man. His movie is the biggest movie ever in Ireland.
That's funny. As a fan, that's where he loses me. Like he tweeted at somebody, some other fighter, like, I don't really care what you think. I got that Diddy money out of this whiskey deal. Apparently P. Diddy also has an alcohol. I don't know. But I'm like,
Ciroc.
Yeah, the vodka.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No, I don't see commercials. I don't watch television. I have Netflix and I have YouTube Red.
He partnered. It's like the official liquor of the NBA. Like
This is Diddy we're talking about?
Diddy is better than basketball and vodka.
I like an 8-ounce glass of Ciroc.
There's been stupider sponsorships. Like McDonald's was the official sponsor of the Olympics one year.
Yeah, that's great.
But like Diddy's a brilliant marketer. Like he really is.
Yeah. But anyway, to lay it all out there, the fact that he's talking about how much money he's earning as like a comeback to people who want to fight. He's a retired fighter. I strip him, get rid of him. I'm done with him. He's lost me, and I loved him.
I'm hanging in there tight. He's going to fight this year. I think he's going to win. I hope he fights Ferguson because I do not want to see him fight Khabib. I don't think Ferguson will try to take him down. Ferguson wants to beat him and stand up. Ferguson's that kind of guy. Not that he's not the kind of guy who could fight on the ground. He does everything. He's absurd. He's ridiculous. I like Tony Ferguson a lot. His whole work ethic, his weird style. Like it's funny to hear Johnny Bravo or whatever, like talk about him. Like there's this whole montage of him. He's into Wing Chun. He's
Eddie
into
Bravo.
Kung Fu. Eddie Bravo. Yeah. Johnny Bravo. He's into
Eddie
this. He's
Bravo.
into
Johnny
that.
Bravo.
He's up in
Yo.
Big Bear in high altitude building stuff. He's like MacGyver. There's this
Yeah,
whole
that's
montage
funny.
of him just like building Tony up, and it's all true. He's up there in the mountains, like building his own training grounds and
Here's
stuff.
why I think Connor's not fighting. Hang on to it with this one.
Yeah.
Everywhere he looks is an ass kicking. If Connor kills himself to get to 145, Max Holloway will kick his ass. If Connor goes up back to 170, GSP will kick his ass. If Connor fights Khabib, that guy will wrestle fuck him and kick his ass. If Connor fights Ferguson, he might kick his ass. And if I'm Connor, I'm getting a freaking shoe sponsor or something. None of those things are good for his brand.
Yeah.
I think he can take Tony.
Maybe Tony.
I don't think he can take Khabib.
GSP, Holloway.
GSP is
Never
gone.
gonna get off
GSP's
that.
got that colitis thing or some shit that he's using as an excuse, getting out of his like 2 additional fight deal. He's gone. He took his money and bolted. And I don't know what would happen if he went down to 145.
Behind
I know
every door for Connor is a different ass kicking. I don't believe Connor wins any of those. Of course, I'm wrong about
it
him.
seems like you
often.
guys both know way more about UFC than me, but it seems like compared to other sports, there's such a short window of the all-stars, ever since it's gotten way bigger. Because I remember, back in the day, I still didn't follow that close, but they'd be like, fucking Shamrock or whatever. He's been beating ass forever. That guy who was in The Expendables, who's a terrible actor and bald with the fucked up ears. He beats the shit out of people. What the hell is that guy's
Randy
name?
Couture.
Randy Couture. Oh, he beats the shit out of him. But now, like, it's gotten to a critical mass of popularity that, like, people are getting dethroned every
That's
6
right.
months of, like, will anyone ever topple Ronda Rousey? Oh, it did. Twice. Okay.
That's so true.
Will anyone beat Conor McGregor? Oh, my man, Mayweather really handled him. Like, I guess that's different because, like,
Yeah.
be
But you're
serious,
totally
it's like,
right, though. No
what's
one
the
seems to
boxer
be a
win?
shooting star, with the exception of maybe John Jones.
and
for more
Amanda
than a year or
Nunez. So the next fight is now that Cyborg has beaten up Holly Holm, Amanda Nunez is going to fight Cyborg in Brazil. Who wins that fight?
Cyborg.
Oh, I don't even care. Man.
I have no idea about UFC. Like this is all brand new
I
to
thought
me.
you do. Okay.
When in doubt, I always bet on whatever guy seems like he's more Eastern European. Because those guys seem to really beat the shit out of each other.
Dude, that's Habib. Habib is from fucking Dagestan. They call him the Eagle. In 1997, as a child, he's wrestling bears. There's video of the man wrestling a bear as a child. It's hilarious.